Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Fancy Sip Review. And today on the Fancy Sip Review, I'm going to be trying the newest limited edition flavor of Fanta Soda. The drink that I'm going to be reviewing today is going to be the Fanta Chucky's Punch. And Fanta has recently been partnering for Halloween with Blumhouse Pictures. They've been putting their IP horror characters on all of the 12 packs of soda. You have the Grabber, I think, is on the strawberry, and you have Freddy Fazbear on the orange. But the only horror icon and only character that's getting their own limited edition soda is going to be Chucky from Child's Play. So I am excited to buy this drink, and the way that I found this was kind of suspicious. So I was informed that I could pick this up a little bit early by going into an alleyway, and a homeless person actually sold me this drink. So I hope that this is not a cursed drink with the spirit of a serial killer in it. Hope this is just a tasty drink that I'm going to be having today. And I hope when I drink this, I say, Dan Bella, this is a tasty beverage that I'm sipping on. So with all of that out of the way, let's move this 12-pack and actually show this off real quick. So you have Chucky Fanta over here, and it is his Chucky's Punch, which is a kind of a lame name, but it is what it is. Chucky's Punch, there's no alliteration. This is the 12-pack. So this is what the drink looks like. And let's see what is inside of this Chucky's Punch. Well, this contains no juice. There's 160 calories in this, 50 milligrams of sodium, 2%, 42 grams of carbohydrates at 15%, and there's 42 grams of sugar with an included 42 grams at 84% of your daily sugar. The ingredients in this drink are carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup, less than 2% of citric acid, natural flavors, caramel color, sodium benzoate to preserve taste, sodium citrate, and red 40. And this is a caffeine-free beverage made by the Coca-Cola Company. So I'll show off the can real quick. It has Chucky on it. It has a nice red and blue look to it. It has the color of the overalls that Chucky is wearing on this, and he is the normal Chucky. He's now one of the later looking ones. Well, I guess he's got some scarring on him. I don't think that they're going to make a bride of Chucky Fanta. That would be pretty cool, but I can't imagine they would put that on this. And here is the nutrition facts and the ingredients if you are interested in learning and reading that. And here's the ingredients. So that's everything about this drink. Chucky is a pretty alright character. I don't think he's one of the more popular horror characters. He's a haunted doll, but haunted doll movies are pretty good. The Conjuring movies are pretty dull, but whenever people talk about The Conjuring, they're a big fan of Annabelle, so Chucky's kind of that. And the movies themselves kind of went off the rails and became kind of a comedy, but with a haunted doll movie, you can really only go so far with people taking it serious without it being insane. Like, look at Slappy from Goosebumps. So I'm going to open this drink up, and I don't have fingernails, so I have to use a coin to open this. And let me move this over here, and let me give this drink a pour. This is supposed to be a red beverage with caramel color in it, so I'm sure it's going to be kind of a dark-looking drink. Maybe look like food coloring for blood or something like that. The hardest part about these videos is making a good thumbnail for where the soda will be, as that's going to be in most of the video. So this is what the drink looks like. It is a red beverage, as it says it has red 40 in it. It doesn't look too dark as much as I thought it would, although it does look kind of dark, showing it up to this. It has a maroon, dark wine, red-looking color to it. So I guess that probably is from either the red 40 or the caramel color or the blending of the two. So it kind of has a bloody look to it, I guess. While I'm spinning this, I'm not seeing... Oh, never mind. There's a good amount of carbonation. So this should be, in theory, it should be a more, bitter tasting drink just due to the carbonation, but let's see how this actually is on the mouthfeel of the review. Whew. It's a very carbonated beverage. So on the front end, you are getting a brunt of carbonation. This is a relatively bittery tasting, flavorful, bubbly type drink. But you are getting that sweetness of the fruit punch taste. You are getting the cherry or whatever makes up a fruit punch. And this drink does have a bit of a lime, or not a lime, a lemon type taste to it. So it does have a bit of citrus in it, which is relatively unique for a fruit punch drink. Just as unique as the horror character Chucky himself. Let's try this one more time on the mouthfeel. Let's spin this a little bit, get rid of a little bit of the carbonation, and try this one more time. You are getting a lot of bubbles, and this is a pretty decent fruit punch drink. It's not going to have the sweetness, again, due to the bubbly carbonation of the drink, of drinking a traditional fruit punch beverage like a Hawaiian punch or something like that, or even a Kool-Aid, because again, with sodas, fruit punch is a kind of a hard thing to do where you can get the flavor profile of the drink, but it is interesting that I can't really make out if the lemony taste is coming from the carbonation or if that is an ingredient of the artificial flavoring. Now, looking at this, all it says that there's less than 2% of um, natural flavor. So I guess it doesn't even have artificial flavor, it just has natural flavor. As they don't tell you what the ingredients in this drink are really, other than just a generic less than 2% natural flavor, I'm going to think that this is just a traditional fruit punch flavor, which I thought that Fanta already had a fruit punch drink, but I guess they don't. And I don't know why they went with Chucky for the fruit punch. They could have went with somebody else, I guess. I don't think that there's a Child's Play movie coming out, and there is a new Black Phone coming out. There is a new Five Nights at Freddy's coming out, so that would probably do better with this. Although with the color of the drink being a bloody red color, maybe grape would have went good for Black Phone, as that is a black darker color, and orange obviously is Freddy Fazbear, but I don't know. The drink itself, in terms of taste, is pretty good. It's just very carbonated, and that doesn't blend very well with the fruit punch taste. But I'm going to drink this a little bit quicker now instead of savoring the taste. Let's see how somebody that would normally drink this would taste it. It does have a bit of a citrusy taste to it. The more that you drink it quicker. Now, if you were to savor this and you were to leave this in your mouth to taste the mouth feel, the carbonation blends a lot with the citrus. But when you start drinking this faster, as a normal person would, you're really tasting the citrus more, which does give it a unique flavor profile to a drink. As usually you're not getting lemon with your fruit punch flavor, you're going to be getting sweet berries and juice flavors. But I think that it blends pretty well, honestly, on the back end, getting a bit of that citrus taste. One thing I'll say though is a big fan of fruit punch flavor. I think the carbonation kind of hurts the drink in a way. I think also adding the use of a citrus to this drink kind of makes it a little bit more. You would need a specific reason to drink something like this. If I were to want a fruit punch drink, I want to get fruit punch. There really wouldn't be a reason why I would also want citrus added to that. I would just drink a citrus beverage like a Sprite or a Mountain Dew or something like that. But I think it's pretty cool, maybe Chucky's taking a stab to the general fruit punch and is giving his own unique spin, like Chucky is a unique horror icon. But again, the Chucky movies have kind of ran their course and have became comedy. So I think the idea of doing a unique take on fruit punch is in itself also kind of a silly idea. But what do I think about this drink if I were to give it a number score? I think I would give this like an 8.2 out of 10. It's really hard to go wrong with a fruit punch to me, as I'm a big fan of the fruit punch flavor. I think the citrusy carbonation taste kind of takes away from the sweetness that I would want, especially as a soda. And there is only 84 grams of sugar. Well, I guess there's 42 grams of sugar with an included 42 grams. I don't really understand what that means, but there's either 42 or 84 grams of sugar in this drink, and it does have that sweetness to it that you would want. I think it's a pretty tasty drink if you want to try something a little bit different as a fruit punch soda, or a fruit punch in general, as most fruit punch is not carbonated. I think that you should give the Fanta Chucky's Punch your own try. I mean, I'm a big fan of it. I don't think that it's the best fruit punch, but it is a fruit punch soda, and usually, I don't really review those. But I've been the Fancy Sipper. Thank you so much for watching this video, and cheers. And I hope that I don't get chased by a haunted doll. Clink.